guys going through some drills. Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K and... Teams look to move the ball around, stand to create more offense.
Well, that's usually the best way to attack, especially against good defenses. Ball movement moves the defense, and when you've got the defense on the move, that's when you can break them down and get high percentage shots. It takes patience, it takes unselfishness.
It seems to be the most efficient way, doesn't it?
It does, especially against really good defenses.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The forward spots will be Avdia and Grant. Sharp out there with Matisse Thybulle. And it's Ayton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Sharp finds Grant. Back to Sharp. Pass to Thybulle. 4 on the clock. 3-pointer. Trailblazers keep it alive. And that one's good, Ayton.
And using that 7'5" wingspan, putting it back off the miss, one of Ayton's specialties.
Takes it inside. Jokic passes to Murray. And stolen by Sharp. And now Portland on the break. Grant for 3. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
3 points.
And I love Grant's mindset. Readies himself to shoot as soon as he touches the ball.
We've seen some flashes, Coach, from Shaedon Sharp in his career. He can get hot in a hurry.
Well, look, Kevin, he is a great athlete, and when his shot starts to fall consistently, he can be electric. Right now, he's putting it together little by little. He's just got to continue to improve. Yeah, he might want to avoid looking over at the bench for a little bit here. A missed dunk like that is infuriating to a coach.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
Ayton with it, and it's Gordon picking him up. Pass to Thybulle. And again, it's the Trailblazers missing. Murray against Grant. Murray scanning the floor. The tray gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And the best scorers, like Murray, they believe every shot they take is going in, no matter how deep they are on the floor.
Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
You know, didn't need 2 hands for that slam. One will do just fine.
You're right. He can save the other hand for the next time. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Nikola Jokic may not be the most physically gifted. There's an old saying in basketball, as fast as you can anticipate. LeBron James says he sees plays before they happen. A lot of people don't understand it, but I do. He's special. Kevin?
You know, his mind for the game is just on another level. We appreciate that report. Pass to Jokic. Murray outside. 5 to shoot. From deep. Rebounded by DeAndre.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Here's Avdia. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Oh, that's a terrific pass. Ayton, with the advanced skill level, he's just going to get better with time.
Now here's Murray. Pass to Jokic to halt the run. That misses, and he's 0 for 4.
And I like the bold move of going right back at him to return the three, but he just couldn't get it to go.
And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. Here's Brown, and the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
Grant kicks to Thibault. Off target from three-point range. The Nuggets trail by 5. And stolen by Sharp. Oh, Ayton in position.
And it's the way Ayton uses his body inside. It's what allows him to get so close to the basket.
Gordon outside. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Portland's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Sharp against Gordon. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the first. Banked in off the glass.
Not one to shy away from contact. It's all part of the toughness that Gordon brings to the table.
Avdia dishes to Grant. Grant sets a screen for Sharp. Trains the three-pointer.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
And that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Ayton. Wide open look here for Murray. And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They have made it very tough to get a shot. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Trail Blazers?
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And how about also the ability to contest shots? They're staying attached and contesting and coming away with blocks as well.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. Grant steps in at 4 with Ayton, the big man, in the middle. Matisse Thybulle's out there with Sharp. And it's Avdia in at the 3 spot. Here's Brown. Defended by Thibault. Jokic against Ayton. Just 5 to shoot. Jokic with the screen on Grant. Gordon, the pass to Jokic. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Portland leading by 9. Here's Avdia. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Oh, Jokic with attitude there. Love it.
What's great about Jokic, GA, is he can put up MVP numbers, and he's got a little personality to him, doesn't he?
He does. You can tell he just loves life. He loves everything he does, especially when he's on the floor, making his teammates better.
And it's Jokic with the rebound. The Nuggets trail by 10. Outside Gordon. Driving to the basket. There's Porter with the 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Avdia. And again, it's the Trailblazers missing. For Denver, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Here's Sharp. No good with the triple. Sharp's gone 1 of 4 from the field. Here's Gordon. Jokic with the screen on Avdia. Murray for 3. Avdia with the rebound.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
No good from Grant. Denver's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Jokic finds Porter. Jokic sets the screen for Porter. Back to Jokic. 6 on the shot clock. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Porter.
And he's just adept at scoring in so many ways. It's clear Porter very comfortable operating inside.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
1:58 left here in the second. Kicks it out to Gordon. You know, Stan, when I think of you as a coach, I think defense. So let me put you on the spot as you assess the wing defenders in the NBA right now. Who are some of the top 2 or 3 that you notice?
Well, look, there's so many good ones. My favorite right now is Lou Dort because he's so strong, he's so disciplined, and he has an amazing ability to use his body even against guys that are a lot taller. He is a frustrating guy for great scorers to play against.
Now, he brought a lot to the NBA, but haven't the Thunder done a good job developing that kid?
Well, they have, and look, they've got other great defenders too, like Jalen Williams.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Blazers are in the midst of a rebuild. Coach Chauncey Billups said it's been a tough couple of years. I'm just here every day grinding through it, helping my guys the best I can. I'm ready for that challenge and that pressure to go out and compete with these best teams. In the NBA, Kevin, this sort of thing takes time.
A lot of time, but the West is tough, David. Thank you. Sharp, that's good.
Great at creating shots. Sharp did it there with that catch and shoot.
The Nuggets trail by 8. Murray kicks to Porter. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Launches a 3, and there's Grant on the assist by Avdia.
3 points.
Grant's got 9 points.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
First team foul.
There's 31 seconds left in the second quarter. Gordon with it. He's got 6. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on 8.
And an active player, Gordon can be a handful to keep up with throughout the course of the game.
Both shots good from the stripe. Portland leading by 9. Now, here's Sharp. He's got 6. No good from Grant. And the Nuggets pushing it up now.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
84%. That's what he was able to convert on a season ago from the line.
Michael Porter Jr.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. And so it's Portland in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. And we'll be right back after this. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You look at Jeremy Grant, what a contribution.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
And because of that, I expect to see a huge emphasis on ball control moving forward.
Trailblazers leading by 8. And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Hey guys, well this year marked the loss of Blazers great, Hall of Famer, truly a one-of-one, Bill Walton. One of the greatest big men this league has ever seen, known for his incredible passing skills. And off the court, he was just as dedicated to assisting others and making the world a better place. Guys, there is no question Bill Walton will be missed.
His legacy carries on. Okay, Shams, we appreciate the reporting. We've got Russell Westbrook, and it's Tyson in at the 3 slot. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. The Nuggets trail by 6. Here's Jordan. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. Jordan's got his first 2 points of the night.
A comfort zone of Jordan's. The closer he is to the rim, the more efficient he becomes. Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Pass to Strother. Holmes, that's a screen. Right wing. Lock at 6. The kick out to Westbrook. That 3 off the mark. Portland leading by 6. For 3, Henderson. Offensive rebound. Murray. Henderson outside. Simons against Westbrook. Launches it. The shot's good from Simons. Simons has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. To the left wing. Pass to Strother. And he banks in the layup.
Yeah, I'd call this ideal scoring distance. It's almost too easy.
And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. Simons with the screen on hold. Murray, no good. The Nuggets trail by 7. And it's Holmes off the drop. And Holmes throws it down.
A playmaker in every sense of the word. Westbrook is pretty much a walking triple-double.
Murray outside. A 3-pointer off the mark. The Nuggets have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Here's Holmes. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Westbrook's got 3 assists now in this one.
Capable of racking up assists. Westbrook has a feel for when his guys are open.
Simons from outside.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving him.
That one's in there, and the Portland lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from DeAndre Jordan.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Yeah, taking away the lead is never easy, but a rally like this is how you do it.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter.
And for Westbrook, it's all about staying engaged on defense, using that athleticism and length to pester shooters.
And each season, GA, it seems like Anthony Simons is given more and more responsibility.
And you can understand why. He's proven to be a versatile scorer, and now we are seeing him take the next step with his playmaking.
The shot by Jordan, no good.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots. Better selection. They have to be set up for success.
And this team encourages Westbrook to look to score inside. You can see why with these results.
Murray, the pass to Simons. Again, Simons missing.
He has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team. An incredible 6'11" athlete. DeAndre Jordan tries to own the rim on both ends. It's his airspace when he's out there.
When it's all said and done, Jokic, Greg, is going to be the Nuggets' career leader in many categories.
And he's already their franchise leader in rebounds, assists, triple-doubles, and playoff points, and many other advanced stats as well.
To the middle. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Jordan's got the lead up to 4 now for the Nuggets. The deep 3 from Murray. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Here's Denver now. They're on a 17-5 run. Pass to Strother. In the corner, Holmes with it. Out to the wing. Outside Westbrook. just 4 to shoot. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. A nice shot by Jordan.
And just look how naturally Westbrook creates for his guys. An effective use of the pick and roll there.
That's a 2 from Simons. It's good from the top of the key. Simons has got 5 now. And so it's DeAndre Jordan making things happen for the Nuggets. His work on the glass. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Yeah, well, this is the diversification of positions in this league. Everyone does everything now.
Personal foul. First team.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. And on the floor for Portland here in the 4th, the forward spots will be Avdia and Grant. Sharp out there with Matisse Thybulle. And it's Ayton in at the 5 spot. Trailblazers trail by 4. Grant sets a screen for Avdia. Cans it from downtown.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, he got a good look, and he calmly delivered for them. That's what you like to see.
Off his foot, and the official saying it was kicked. Murray kicks to Gordon. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Shot clock at 5. Murray with it. Now guarded by Ayton. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Murray the pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. Jokic with the screen on Sharp. Here's Murray. And right on target. Good. And the Nuggets lead by 3.
And the mid-range seeming effortless for Murray. He's got a touch that makes that shot a good option for him.
Grant for 3. Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got 11 rebounds in the game. Now Ayton. Here's Sharp to tie it up. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jokic has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Here's Brown. Sinks the three-pointer. And it's a 6-point Denver lead.
Well, and that's what you want. Get something out in space before the defense can get set.
Here's Sharp. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And good quickness there. Sharp, exciting to watch when he's in attack mode.
And we're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter now. Jokic lumbering in. Gordon inside. Working on Grant. Jokic, no good. Trailblazers trail by 4. It's Sharp, top of the key. Pass to Thybulle. Lets it go from deep. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic has got 13 rebounds in the game. Conceding. Here's Brown. Offline with his 3. Portland's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. And Jokic throws it down hard.
He is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. And it's Ayton missing.
Well, I've been here before. You're looking to get back in the game, but desperation threes are not the way to do it.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
And here is Murray. Takes a 3. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Ayton's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Porter with the steal. And stolen by Ayton. Porter looking it over. In the corner, Murray with it. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton.
I'm sure he'd like to have that back. That's a missed opportunity.
Avdia finds Sharp. Lets the 3 fly. They get it back. Ayton And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
And padding that field goal percentage, just hard to stop Ayton when he gets the ball that deep.
Jokic passes to Murray. 1:12 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Pass to Brown. 6 to shoot. Outside Gordon. The three. Second chance shot. And the rejection by Ayton.
Tremendous at anticipating when shots are going up. Ayton is outstanding at protecting the rim.
Avdia can't hit. Here's the Nuggets with the ball. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter.
Just refusing to back down when the spotlight's brightest. Porter outstanding at taking over here in the clutch.
Grant gets a wide open look. Money! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And this team counts on Grant in those big moments, and you can see why, given the results. And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you got to love that kind of effort. Getting in there and fighting through the defense.
Here's the 3. Rebound by the Nuggets. 17 seconds left in the game. Gordon with no one around. That's in there. Murray with the assist. Gordon's got the lead up to 8 now for the Nuggets.
And you think Murray all about scoring, but Murray is about what helps his team win.
So the Nuggets win it. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, that was a...
All right, DA, thanks again. Well, folks, that's going to do it.
ball movement with these two teams, Grant. Fantastic group of passers on each side.
They're just so unselfish. They play for one another. You can see how it keeps the whole team involved. And I'll tell you what, I just love watching teams that can pass like this.
The starters for the Golden State Warriors. Draymond Green is out there with Butler. Then there's Stephen Curry. Then it's Moody. And it's Post in at the 5. Now here's Curry. Sends it home from three-point land.
It looks easy, effortless. Curry, natural from long range.
Murray against Curry. Now here's Murray. The D's right on him. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
He's got a well-rounded game. Murray can score from just about anywhere. And the more points he gets inside, the more space he gets outside.
Pass to Post. Back to Curry. Green, a screen. Got a hand on it. Outside Watson. And just over a minute played here to start the game. From deep, Jokic, and he buries his first look.
Hey, if you're not right up on Jokic, he's going to bury that shot every time.
And Curry's got the ball here for the Warriors. Grant, the Denver Nuggets have been on quite the run here in this window of time.
Yeah, B.A., it's all working for Denver in recent years. This is a well-constructed team that they play as a unit, and it makes it so difficult to try to get the best of them. Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet them.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Jokic. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And rejected. And that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession. The 3. And it's Denver with a rebound.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
And it's Watson missing.
Well, we talk about the value of great rim protection. That's a shot he typically makes.
The 3 from Curry. Gordon pulls it in.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Here's Brown. That's short off the rim. Golden State has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Here's Butler, and a nice finish on the layup.
Easy to see why Butler gets so much respect for his competitiveness. I mean, he thrives at finishing through contact.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian, the Warriors play a unique style predicated on passing and cutting off the ball. Stephen Curry said the main goal is to just force the defense to make as many decisions as we can. So with all that ball movement and body movement, they're going to mess up at some point. Brian?
Well, it helps having a weapon like Stephen Curry. Thanks, Allie. Now here's Curry. He drops it from range. Curry's got 6.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Now well into his 30s. Is it fair to start wondering how many seasons Jimmy Butler has left, Grant?
Well, it's a fair question, B.A. But at the same time, Jimmy's hunger is just so different than everybody else's, which I could see helping prolong his career.
And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul.
When you talk about shot mechanics, Curry is as close as you can get to perfect. I mean, you can tell he puts a lot of work into that part of his game, and it pays off.
And the Warriors with possession. It's been 8 unanswered for them. .116 left in the first quarter. Off the mark there with a 3. Nuggets trail by 6. Watson passes to Jokic. They kick it out to Murray. Green against Gordon. Drives to the hoop. Basket counts.
And whenever there's an opportunity to drive, Gordon just flies to the rim. Great quickness, breathtaking quickness.
Knocks it loose. Here's the break. He launches a three. The rebound by Moody. Let's see if they want to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
Hey, looking at the clock, I'd say yes.
Post shot, no good. The Nuggets shooting an unremarkable 30% in the first. Left side, Watson. Can't hit from in close. The Warriors lead by 4. Curry passes to Butler. Jokic grabs the board.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And from what we've seen here from the Warriors, what's your take so far?
Well, it's simple. I mean, they started off strong, and they've been hot from beyond the arc since the get-go.
But player and ball movement has been excellent. Finding space, operating in space, and when they've gotten open shots, they've knocked them down.
Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. And it's Watson in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
Hey, and we all know Gordon's a terrific jammer now. He loves throwing it down.
And when you look back at the 2023 draft, the Warriors got great value out of their picks.
Yeah, I mean, they got Pajimski with the 19th pick, a versatile player who impacts the game at both ends. And they also got Trace Jackson-Davis late in the second round. And he is a fundamentally sound big man with great upside.
Look at Gordon knife through that defense, getting ahead of steam on his way to the basket and flushing that dunk home.
Curry looking it over. Oh, Curry, what a tough finish.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
Gordon with a screen on Curry. Pass to Gordon. Driving to the basket. And Gordon with the big finish.
You know, even when the defense is a little handsy, Gordon is a pro at completing these drives.
The 3 from Curry. Curry with another miss. For Denver, they've gone 3 of 3 to begin the second. Murray finds some space. And there are the Nuggets with another bucket.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by. Hey, inside Curry has all the tricks. Floaters, scoop shots, fallaways, left hand, right hand. However he has to do it, he will.
Here's Murray with the drive.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
And that's on the defense, giving him a decent look. That's his shot.
Murray against Curry. Jamal Murray again. Murray's got 6 points in the quarter. Well, Grant, as you always say, in the playoffs, you need a player who can score in isolation.
That's true, B.A. And in a 7-game series, defenses disrupt your set offense. If your stars can go mano a mano and create something out of nothing, that's often the best you can get. Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Here's Curry, outside Moody. And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
That's a jump ball.
Inside, here's Jokic. In the paint, Jokic going off. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Nuggets.
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense, getting those hands out and knocking the ball free. I really like their energy defensively.
Another big component of their game early on has been their execution on the fast break. They're getting a bunch of easy baskets, pushing it in transition.
And that's a foul called on Stephen Curry.
That's his second.
That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter.
That's what you need your bigs to do. Step up and control the defensive glass.
Green. Oh, look at Green getting his inside.
Inside, Green can be very aggressive and physical, allowing him to do work scoring the ball.
Murray looking around.
Warriors foul.
Man, was there a guy more fit to run that 2023 team than Murray?
I don't think so, Brian. I mean, think about what Murray did. After coming off an ACL injury, he leads them to the finals along with Jokic and the rest of his teammates, and he went off in every playoff series. Tough shots, clutch shots, timely shots. Incredible stuff by Jamal Murray.
To the paint. Here's Jokic. And the dunk by Jokic.
You know, for all of his agility and craftiness, the slick moves, Jokic not afraid to go old school and just throw it down on you.
Oh, Curry stretching the limits. Wow, what a shot.
Such an effective shooter. If you lose track of him defensively, he's gonna make you pay.
Outside Murray. Pass to Gordon. Fires for 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. 15 seconds left in the first half.
That's his first personal foul.
And the Warriors make some changes.
Substitution on the court.
There's 14 seconds left in the second. The 3 ball. The shot by Podziemski, no good. Here's Strother to the inside. Jamal Murray, he's been the guy making things happen for Denver. 8 points in the quarter. Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Man, it's been quite a game for Stephen Curry.
Well, if he's hit threes like he did in the first half, he's going to have a monster night.
Yeah, you know what? The defense is going to adjust. They'll be ready for him now, so I'm sure they talked a lot about how to slow him down.
On the floor for the Warriors, they've got Buddy Hield. Jonathan Kuminga is out there with Gary Payton II. Then it's Trace Jackson-Davis, and it's Podziemski in at the point guard position. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Classic play that time by Westbrook, making space with the pick and roll to create for his team.
Clark, it's been great to see the Nuggets as a perennial powerhouse these past few years.
Well, you know, that's what happens when you get a guy like Niko Jokic. I mean, he's a game changer, and what a joy to watch. Took a long time for them to finally get to the place where they could win that first title, but usually teams don't become champions overnight. It's a process. Now everybody's scared of him.
Lets a floater go. Ooh, rejected by Jordan. In transition, here they come. And that one's good. Strother. And the Nuggets lead by 8.
And guys, this is why coaches value playing with pace.
That really has been the difference. I mean, they've been the better team in transition.
Westbrook right side. Out left to the wing. A clear look for Holmes. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops. And now a 10-point Nugget lead.
They're making it look easy out there, just having fun.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
Here's Westbrook. And then Westbrook slams it in.
Boy, that time Russell Westbrook going for the spectacular with a little extra pizzazz.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Warriors trail by 12. Shot to stop the run. The shot by Pajemski, no good.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
And, you know, they've got to be careful, because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
Credit them for making the right halftime adjustments.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
Here's Westbrook, and finished off by Westbrook.
Excellent job that time by Westbrook. Spots a weakness and then burst right to exploit it.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, Coach Steve Kerr said of Jonathan Kuminga, we were trying really for a long time to get him to attack, get the ball in the paint and dunk it, because he's unstoppable there. You just don't know when something's going to click, but it has clicked, and it's beautiful to see.
He has certainly found his lane, Allie. Thank you. Pure from three-point range.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Let's go with a three. Warriors with the rebound. Outside Pajemski. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It goes on Russell Westbrook.
Almost converts despite the contact.
Boy, he had a nice look at it after drawing the foul. Boy, it would have been nice to get an and one there.
And here's Denver. They're on a 17-3 run. Jordan with a screen on Payton. Here's Porter to the middle. Jordan. Second chance shot. Kicks it out to Westbrook. Picked by Holmes. And jams it home. Westbrook.
Boy, that kind of throwdown by Westbrook gets the bench off their feet and excited.
And 6'10" with laser-accurate quick release. Clark, Michael Porter Jr. can make the game look so easy.
It looks to me like he's really settled into his role, and he's embraced that. And he's worked through his own injury challenges, so there's a level of perseverance and resilience and grit that he's put into his book bag, along with that fluid stroke and his athleticism. He's become a better rebounder and a better defender as well. I really like what he's become to this point in his career as a player.
And it's Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got 5 rebounds in the game. Porter in the post, guarded by Payton. Kuminga against Holmes, takes it inside, and the shot's good. Holmes has got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
And the first one at the line is good. And the Nuggets going with a whole new group out there. And good on the second, so he makes them both. The Nuggets lead by 15. Outside Murray, screened by Gordon. And he's going for the lob! And Gordon with the big finish.
Nobody does it better than Gordon on the alley-oop. Boom!
If they take their time, this will be the final possession of the quarter.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
Here's Brown. For 3. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And so it's Denver, leading by 17. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game, presented by State Farm.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. And it's Watson in at small forward. That's the group on the floor for Denver. With lots of prime seasons ahead of him, Clark, Nikola Jokic already has multiple MVPs and a championship.
It is an incredible resume already, that's for sure, B.A. I think he's got a chance to get into that top 10, maybe top 5 all-time conversation. But he's special, and what a joy to watch. Never seems to be overexerting himself, but he's making impact at both ends of the floor. He's extremely special as a basketball player.
And here's Curry for 3. Easy money for Stephen Curry.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
Back to Murray. 6 to shoot. Going inside. Throws it up high. Oh, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over.
Golden State ball.
Warriors trail by 13. About a minute and a half into the fourth now. And here's Curry. Curry from inside.
Huge night for Curry and a great rhythm thus far. That's always bad news for the team he's facing.
Outside Murray. Puts up a deep 3. The long distance 3 is buried. And the Nuggets lead by 14.
Man, oh man, that's just absurd range. He can pull it up and hit it from just about anywhere.
The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line, a chance at a 3-point play.
And the balance Curry possesses is unique. Impressive at staying in control even when he gets fouled.
2 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Murray against Curry. Gordon with a screen on Curry. Out to Gordon. Launches a 3. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
The 3 from Curry. Nikola Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Brown passes to Watson. Shot clock at 6. Jokic with a screen on Curry. Watson. Second shot opportunity, and it's Jokic missing. Pass to Watson. From the arc. Out to Gordon. The 3 is up. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Post has got 5 rebounds tonight. Murray against Curry from outside the arc. Rebounded by Denver. They led by as many as 18. Murray against Green. And he's going for the oop here. And Gordon with the big finish.
So good to see Murray, not just as a scorer, but thriving as a passer, too.
Moody from outside. Oh, Moody deadly from there.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Murray against Curry. Curry with a steal. Into the lane. And he lays it up and in. Curry's got 12 points here in the second half.
Curry does not just hurt you from deep. He is a clever finisher on the drive. Lethal at penetrating and finishing.
Murray drives in, and they pick up 2. And the Nuggets lead by 12.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial. Where the defense refusing to give up anything easy, love seeing that kind of intensity.
Barring a miracle comeback, this one is wrapped up. They were able to control the tempo and flow of the game, and it will end in a victory for the Nuggets.
Their transition game was the standout for me. It created a lot of extra pressure pushing the ball.
I agree. They took control of the tempo and were really dictating the terms of the game.
And as most people predicted, the defense, even though they were keying on him, had no answers for Nikola Jokic.
Now, he was a problem on the glass today, relentlessly crashing the boards and came away with a bushel basket full of rebounds.
And we've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Here's Curry. They get it back. Butler can't get it to go. And they've been moving the ball really well tonight.
Good things come to those who take good shots.
Fires from way outside. Can't connect. So no problem for Denver. They get the win. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that'll...
Features two teams that want to slow things down and run their offense in the half court.
Yeah, both sides are methodical. They want to get into their sets and create quality looks and also have floor balance. I'd be surprised if we see a ton of fast break opportunities tonight.
Now Golden State's starting five. We've got Green. Moses Moody is out there with Curry. Then it's Butler. And it's Post in at the center position. Now here's Curry. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Curry's got the game going with his first points of the game for the Warriors. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
I was able to talk with Chauncey Billups for a minute. He talked about the respect he has for Jimmy Butler and everything that Jimmy Buckets brings to the table. He told me Butler's special. He impacts the game with the ball, without the ball, and with his defense. But he said as much of a challenge as Butler presents, we'll be ready. Guys?
Thank you, David. To the right side. Sharp against Curry. Here's Moody. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Fires from the line. The rebound by Grant.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Bangs home the trifecta. Sharp's got 6 points.
And nice work on the perimeter. Defenses must respect Sharp's range.
We know, Brent, there are many roads that lead to the modern NBA. And Shaedon Sharp took his own unique path.
Yeah, Kevin, you could say that again. I mean, he was on the Kentucky campus as a player, but never participated in a collegiate game, and then all of a sudden finding himself at the top end of the NBA draft without ever playing a college game.
It's good. He's got 8.
And good quickness there. Sharp, exciting to watch when he's in attack mode.
Curry passes to Butler. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Curry looking it over. From outside, off the mark.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Ayton up top. Shoots over Curry. Can't cash in from the high post. Here's Green. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. First, Shaedon Sharpe picks one up.
So much glue in this guy as Draymond focuses on making all the winning plays that he possibly can.
Brent, Draymond Green's resume speaks for itself. What's he do, though, that we may not see or appreciate?
Well, Kevin, Draymond Green does such a great job of being a connector and communicator defensively. It is remarkable the way that he can impact every position on the floor by the way he uses both his position and his voice. Forget about the offense. Draymond takes on the challenge every night defensively, and that makes him elite.
Here's Post. Outside for Curry. Over Avdia. And again, no good by Golden State. Portland leading. Here's Thibault. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
They're playing working to perfection there if that was their plan. And if it wasn't, maybe that should be their plan.
The kick outside to Butler. Back to Curry. Outside Butler. Back to Curry. Shot clock at 6. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Curry's got 8 points.
I mean, just so easy for Curry to get that 3 off. Beautiful shot.
Golden State ball.
.58 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And the layup falls.
Stephen Curry.
He's got 10.
Well, he can score from the perimeter, but Steph also knows how to execute inside.
Thibault, the pass to Sharpe. Back to Thibault. From outside the arc. Connects from three-point range. Balls back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
A nice shot by Moody.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Now, here's Thibault. He has 5. And it's Sharpe missing. There's 18 seconds left here in the opening quarter. And it's blocked. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here.
Warriors ball.
Curry against Sharpe. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
Softly drops in the floater.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
And so it's Shaedon Sharpe making highlights for Portland. He got... And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance here, boys, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
We've got DeAndre Ayton. Grant is out there with Denny Avdia. Then there's Matisse Thybulle. And it's Sharpe in at the 1 spot. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, a couple of seasons ago, Steph Curry first brought out the night-night when he put a team away. Asked about his inspiration, he said, I have no idea. I don't choreograph any of that stuff. I was just having fun. You know how kids' bedtime routines are important? It's the final signal for job well done that day. Kevin?
He is a 1 of 1, DA.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
With so many years in the NBA, you would think Curry would slow down, wouldn't you, Brent? But he remains at the very top of his game.
I think the best part about what we're seeing with Steph right now, Kevin, is his competitive will. You get to this age, and you get to this stage after accomplishing all the things that Steph has done, and it's still not enough. So let's keep enjoying him while we can. Sharp was a mystery man back in that 2022 draft, not playing a minute of college basketball, but drafted in the top 10 because of this upside.
Grant the pass to Sharp. No good on the triple.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Right side, Butler shoots over Grant, and it's Golden State with another.
Butler can't get into the paint. He's got some offensive options. He has the touch from the mid-range.
Thibault, and he goes in for the dunk. He talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Kept alive. The kick outside to Butler. Outside Curry. Over Thibault. Curry's shot is off.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
For three, Moody's shot is off. And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers.
And that was a little bit of a rage check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Trailblazers.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
Greg, since reaching 5 consecutive NBA Finals, the Warriors have missed the playoffs 3 of the past 5 years.
And to be fair, they did go 46 and 36 last season. They were 10 games over 500 last year. So they weren't a bad team, but Golden State doesn't just expect to be in the play-in. They want to be a contender.
Now, here's Moody. Defense is right there. And the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
Yeah, that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
And finished off by Avdia.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Sharp against Curry. Grant for 3. They get it back. Thibault kicks to Grant. And here's Sharp. He's got 12. 1:06 left in the first half. Here's Curry. That shot no good. Avdia with the defensive effort. Thibault for 3. Warriors with the rebound. The 3. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on 8.
How about Draymond rising up into the contact? He's a good offensive player who finds his way this time to get to the free throw line.
He hits the second from the line. Brent, when I think of those title teams of the Golden State Warriors, clearly you think of the Currys and Thompson, and maybe at the top of that list, the importance of Draymond Green.
Well, there's no doubt, Kevin, that the lean on for Golden State defensively and to be as good as they were on that end of the floor falls on the shoulders and the very capable ones of Draymond Green. I mean, he took on all challengers and elevated the confidence of players like Steph and Clay. So Draymond's defense, elite and leading to titles.
An exciting player coming into his own. We're seeing all of what Sharp has in this.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
And it's Sharp missing. Avdia against Curry. Curry making it look so easy. It could go, and that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Warriors lead by 5. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Steve. A good rhythm for you in the first half. What do you like most about how your team's competing?
Just like the ball move.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Get ready for the fan half-court shot run line. They're thinking about the shot.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Curry has been sensational.
And something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of finding the open man.
Well, if we were grading playmaking today, it's an A+ from him.
So with Butler sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Hield is out there with Podziemski. Then it's Kevon Looney. Then it's Trace Jackson-Davis. And it's Kuminga in at the 3 spot. The NBA scoring explosion, Brent, hasn't slowed down. We're getting record-setting offenses, it seems like, every single season.
Yeah, Kevin, lots of factors going into that. Obviously, more three-pointers being taken and figuring out the math of the game. But let's give credit to the players and the work that they're doing in the offseason in terms of getting better with their skill to be able to shoot that basketball and seek out the most efficient shot on the court.
And Buddy Hield is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
For 3, Henderson.
And a nice defensive sequence there by Hield. Not a natural lockdown defender, but he's a competitor.
Podziemski with it. Williams picks him up. Hield with a screen on Williams. They kick out to Hield. Podziemski on the wing. Henderson defending. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Kuminga finds Hield. Drops in the tray. And now a 10-point Warrior lead.
And these quick hitting plays are great for a quick set shooter. Hield scoring.
The kick out to Williams. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Warriors have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Back in the late 80s and early 90s, Brent, the Blazers had a real chance to win some titles.
Oh, man, they ran into some great teams, too, Kevin. The Bad Boy Pistons and then the Bulls, obviously, with Michael Jordan. Winning a title in those days took something special, and the Blazers were right there.
Here's Podziemski, covered by Simons. Hield from outside. Henderson pulls it in. Trail Blazers trail by 8. Three-pointer, Simon. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. Simons has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Pass to Looney. Back to Jackson-Davis. Stolen by Henderson. And here we go. Fast break. Henderson's got it. And he goes right over Jonathan Kuminga and slams it down.
This is how relentless Henderson is. Once he gets the steal, he is going all the way.
Here's Kamara, defended by Kuminga. Henderson, no good. Warriors leading by 3. right around 3 minutes into the second half. Here's Podziemski.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Pass to Jackson Davis. 6 on the shot clock. There's the triple. And again, it's the Warriors missing. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Going in the screen for Simons. And when you're a knockdown shooter like you were, with the kind of athleticism that Anthony Simons possesses, you're in rarefied air.
Yeah, no doubt Anthony, one of those guys really tough to stop. You got to pick your poison with him. That quickness and his ability to get to the rim, though, that can impact what they do offensively. After what we saw from Simons last year and the way he broke out offensively, just becoming one of those guys that plays with force when he has the ball.
Henderson for 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Jackson Davis has got 5 rebounds tonight. No problems knocking that one down. And now a 6-point Warrior lead. Now here's Simons. He's defended by Podziemski. Henderson, no one around him. From beyond the arc and then some. Henderson's got 7 points.
That's pretty much not how they defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Healed against Henderson. There's the screen. Healed, can't hit. Trailblazers have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Pass to Simons. And there's the drive. And he dunks it right in, right on Buddy Hield. Oh, man.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
Yeah, coaching staff probably loves this, just grinding out defensive possessions, which is helping them get back into their offensive flow.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Henderson for 3. The kick out to Williams. For the tie. The putback. And the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter. Warriors ahead. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
3 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Anthony Simons out there with Scoot Henderson. Then it's Rob Williams. Then there's Klingon. And it's Kamare in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Henderson with a screen on Green. Oh, what a jam! Simons!
Good job with Simons not hesitating. It just opened up for a split second. He was ready to fire.
And the call will be against Anthony Simons.
First personal foul.
That's his first foul. So Portland ends up going with the new group. The Warriors leading. Outside Curry. There's the 3. Portland grabs the miss. Here's Sharp. And then Sharp with the dunk.
Sharp is such a gifted offensive player who keeps his foot jammed on the accelerator when he has openings like this.
All sorts of time. And Post gets it to go. And the Warriors lead by 1. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
And it's Ayton missing. And so Curry will bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. Down low, here's Post. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 6 assists now in the game.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
There's the pick. Butler gets a step. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
second personal foul.
And Jimmy Butler puts together, Brent, one of the all-time playoff runs, leading the Heat to the finals in 2023.
Well, you don't want to live in or dwell on the past, but man, Miami being the 8th seed that year, Kevin, and with Jimmy putting up 38 a game in that first round against the Bucks. The guy earned the MVP of the Eastern Conference Finals. What a run.
Warriors leading by 5. Curry on the wing. Defended by Thibault. Moody the pass to Curry. From about 16. Bank shot. No good. Portland's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Now, here's Sharp. Draymond Green pulls it in. Green's got 6 rebounds in the game. And there's the call on DeAndre Ayton.
Third personal foul.
And that'll be his third foul so far.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Pass to Moody. Drills it from outside. And the Warriors lead by 8.
And Curry isn't just a lights-out scorer. He's also efficient at moving the ball and getting it to his teammates.
Here's Sharp into the lane. And then Sharp with the dunk.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
A great example out here of just a no-quit team continuing to compete until the final buzzer.
Curry gets it to go inside.
That's a clever attack from Curry, just finding an angle. He gets around the defender towards the basket.
And the call on the shot sends him to the line. First, it goes on Moses Moody.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
And he ends up making the second, and that narrows the gap to 7.
You know, the team's struggling to come back. He really wanted all of those free throws.
Curry is inside. Defended by Sharp. Outside Curry. 6 to shoot. And there's a whistle. It goes on Shaedon Sharp. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Henderson's checked in. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Curry outside. The Trailblazers pull it in. Avdiev's got 4 rebounds in this game. That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Ayton.
How about that? Ayton showing why he was picked first overall. That's a reason.
Outside Curry. Pass to post. Curry against Sharp. Butler is screen on Henderson. Just 5 on the clock. Moody's shot is off. Trailblazers have gone 4-7 for the field since the beginning of the fourth. Grant the pass to Sharp. Now Avdia. Grant outside. Sharp with this screen on Butler. Throws it up high. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Moody. And the 3 off target.
Can't waste any time here.
Well, it's probably a little bit too late here, but you really need to score a bucket here to stay alive.
You remember that one, guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game now, looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
Here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. And stolen by Butler. Here's Curry. He takes it in. The shot's good on the assist by Butler.
Fearless. Curry takes on the challenge and gets that big basket to fall.
Henderson with it. So we see the Warriors get the win here. David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony.
big men. Grab some popcorn for this face-off at the center position tonight, Grant.
Oh, no question, B.A. I mean, these bigs bring the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean, we're about to find out.
A look at the starting group here for Denver. Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. And it's Watson in at the 3. Avdia pulls it in.
Now, there's really no excuse for missing that one. That's just a blown opportunity.
It's Sharp on the wing. Hayden with a screen. Sharp goes in, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
The burst. Man, Sharp can go from 0 to 100 in the blink of an eye.
Murray, no good. Now here's Sharp. Not a lot of room, and it's rejected. Thibault against Murray, and here's Jokic outside. And again, it's Denver missing. Blockbuster trades have become more the norm here in the NBA, Grant. Just ask Portland in 2023.
Yeah, the Trailblazers were at the center of some big moves. But that's just how it's done now. Entire teams can be restructured in the process of a single transaction.
Here's Murray. Portland making their last shot. Gordon outside. Over Avdia. And again, it's Denver missing. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Outside for Grant. Up and in on the layup.
The inside defense gets right up on Grant, but he stays cool and finds a way through to his finish.
Murray deciding where to go with it. And they call an illegal screen here.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Now here's Sharp. Back to Avdia. 4-3. Gordon pulls it in. For Denver, they've gone 0 for 4, missing their first 4 attempts. Outside Watson takes the 3. And again, it's Denver missing.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
They grab their own miss. Grant finds Sharp. Back to Thibault. There's a screen. 4 on the clock. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, BA, the Denver Nuggets are building for the long haul. Their philosophy has been to draft polished prospects and then develop them into contributors. They look for 4 qualities: basketball IQ, character, positional size, and the absence of skill deficiencies. Ryan, the track record has been strong.
It really has. Thanks, Allie.
Nice work by Murray, outwitting the defense. He gets ahead of them and pulls right up for a shot.
It's an even 3-on-3 break. The 3 is up. Avdia pulls it in. Portland leading by 5. Well, Grant, when you think of Jamal Murray and all he's been through, health is of utmost importance for him.
Oh, extremely important, B.A.
Oh, he packs it down.
That is incredible.
And this guy has some bounce. Always fun seeing Sharp hammer it home.
Here's Murray. And it's Murray finishing it off.
A dynamic finish, then decides to hang out a little for good measure.
Yep, that's the exclamation point right there. Fast break, here come the Nuggets. Here's Gordon, pass to Jokic. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
And this is how powerful Jokic is, able to still score despite the contact.
Right side Sharp. Outside Thibault. Back to Sharp. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. Grant with it, checked by Murray, three-pointer Sharp, and count it. Now 5 for 7.
And you see right there the practice time Sharp's put in. Sound shooting mechanics for a guy who hasn't played a lot of games in his career.
Murray against Sharp. Jokic with a screen on Sharp. To the wing, right side. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Murray.
Well, it shows you how crucial communication is. They clearly weren't on the same page there.
Three-pointer Sharp. And that's not going to go. And so it's Shaedon Sharp making highlights for Portland. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Portland.
Well, I like how they're going right at the defense, creating high-quality looks with that penetration.
Another area they've excelled in is the points in the paint. They've been able to gouge the interior defense so far in this one.
Jeremy Grant out there with Denny Avdia. Then they're Sharp, then it's DeAndre Ayton, and it's Thibault in at the shooting guard. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
And fouling Gordon won't necessarily stop him from scoring. He's not afraid to get physical with opponents.
Coach, it's interesting to watch the career path of Aaron Gordon. He's gone from one role in his previous stop, then he arrives to the Nuggets in a completely different role there.
Yeah, Brian, he's become more of a third or fourth guy, and he's embraced the change. Everybody wants to be that number 1 or number 2 guy, but you gotta play a role to be a winner in this league.
Oh, okay!
Oh my gosh.
And so difficult to defend. Sharp has 3-level scoring ability, and he is prolific.
And he lobs it up, and the ball out of play. Trailblazers will have it.
I don't know what the heck happened there. That's just a careless turnover.
And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Pass to Sharp from the arc. Jokic grabs the board. Nuggets trail by 10. Here's Gordon. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Gordon's gotten 4 this quarter.
Yeah, nice touch from the big man. Gordon just burrowing himself into the paint and going to work.
Here's Grant. Rebounded by Denver. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter. From behind the arc. The shot by Brown, no good. Portland leading by 8. Sharp passes to Grant. Back to Sharp. The 3. The shot won't fall. Good D by Murray. Here's Gordon. And Gordon with the big finish.
Oh, an explosive finisher. Gordon is also skilled at staying in control and finishing through contact.
And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Look at the power on that.
He has to be one of the top dunkers in the game today. The Trailblazers have gone 3 for 7 here in the second quarter. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Back to Grant, takes a 3. Gordon pulls it in. Nuggets trail by 8. Pass to Brown, uncovered. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Well, Grant, you played on some very tight-knit teams. Talk to us about chemistry.
Well, B.A., you know, in some sports, chemistry is not a big issue, but in basketball, it is huge. You have to trust and believe in your teammates, and it has to be a unit, not 5 separate individuals.
Here's Murray. And he makes it on the layup. Murray's got 9.
Skilled finish by Murray. He can score inside and outside, really anywhere on the court.
Outside Thibault. Sharp a screen on Murray. Thibault, that's good. Thibault's gotten his second bucket.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Outside Murray. Pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. Jokic with a screen on Sharp. Murray for 3. Here's Jokic. Portland with a rebound. Ayton's got his 4th rebound in this one. 1:09 left in the first half. Sharp, no good.
He came out today planning to do as much damage from three-point range as possible. Well, it looks like it's time to change up the plan, guys.
Thibault passes to Avdia. Jokic against Grant. Count it. And it's a 10-point Trailblazer lead.
Look at how Grant attacks the interior, doing what it takes to get a high percentage shot.
Inside, stolen by Ayton. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. It's Avdia on the wing. Let's go with a 3. Jokic grabs the board. Jokic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. And it's Watson missing.
When you challenge a player on a layup, that's what you want. Getting a stop without a foul. The defense wins that battle.
Oh, nice one-handed jam, NBA.
Hey, little exclamation point. Murray passes to Jokic. He can't get it to go. And so it's Portland going into the break up 12. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Shaedon Sharpe really making a difference here.
What makes him an exciting player is the ultra-aggressive mindset that we saw over and over in the first half.
Yeah, he hasn't been settling. He's getting to the rim, and that's him at his best.
On the court for the Nuggets, they've got DeAndre Jordan. Michael Porter out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Holmes in at the 4.
Oh, wait. Big finish. Big time. And, man, did they need that.
You can tell he's trying to get him going with that dunk.
Yeah, he saw the opportunity to finish with some authority, trying to fire his guys up.
We'll stand in the highly competitive West. The Denver Nuggets continue to distinguish themselves.
Well, Brian, they are unquestionably a top team in their conference, and they're proof that smart front office decisions and patience really pays off in the long run. Yeah, showing off that ability to stretch the floor. Seems like everyone is a threat at the arc these days.
Ooh, stolen by Westbrook. He goes up and jams it home. Westbrook.
Once Westbrook has the steal, it's over. He rockets up court before the defense can catch him.
Oh!
Wow!
Yeah, he's just explosive. I mean, Scoot gets off the ground in a hurry and puts some emphasis on it, too.
And Westbrook slams it home.
And he's playing the game with a certain flair right now.
Oh, he caps off the move with a little hang time on the rim. They set a pick out to Simons. He takes it in, back to Henderson. Jacks up a 3. And it's Jordan with the rebound. Nuggets trail by 5. Pass to Strother from downtown. Hits the 3-pointer. Strother's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Henderson scanning the floor. Simons finds Henderson. On the wing, Simons. And here's Henderson. 3-pointer. Here's Klingon. Out to Simons. Henderson for 3. Fires in the triple. Henderson's got 5 points now this quarter.
If something Henderson is still working on, getting his three-point shot to be a little more consistent.
Picked by Holmes. Fires from deep. And another 3 for Denver.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
Yeah, taking away the lead is never easy, but a rally like this is how you do it.
Simons passes to Henderson.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Wide open, and it's Portland scoring again.
He's so quick to react. Henderson has the shot lined up before the ball even gets to him.
Coach, you talk about guys who are always upping their game. How about Anthony Simons?
Well, Brian, I feel like he's one of the truly under-the-radar scorers in this league. He's put in a lot of time and work, never satisfied with himself or his game, and he just keeps getting better.
Murray with it. Now Porter defending. Picked by Murray. And here's Simons outside. Another three for Portland.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
And Russell Westbrook gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Simons against Westbrook. Simons' shot is good. And it's a 7-point Portland lead.
The coach loves seeing chances from that range. Work that inside area.
Westbrook outside. Pass to Strother. Three-pointer Holmes. And it's Portland with a rebound. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Williams passes to Simons. Here's the pick. This one for three. And it's Jordan with the rebound.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Portland leading by 7. The drive by Henderson.
Yes, so energetic on the drive. Henderson manages to put the defense in a bad spot.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
For your Trailblazers,
Henderson hits them both. Simons against Westbrook. To halt the run. Good. Westbrook's got 8.
Well, offensively, he's doing his best to keep them in this game, but they might need someone else to step up as well.
And so it's Portland closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. And it's most... And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Now that is an elite level dig. What a great pass.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. We've got Murray, Scoot Henderson out there with Anthony Simons. Then there's Robert Williams, and it's Klingon in at the 5. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Simons outside. Henderson outside. Back to Simons. Spins. Clock at 6. There's a screen. Murray for 3. Gordon pulls it in. Gordon's got 4 rebounds now. Watson passes to Brown. Three-pointer off the mark. Portland leading by 7. Here's the 3. Henderson misses.
Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of it from distance, but look, he's got to find something easy.
Launches a 3. A shot by Brown, no good. Portland has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. And he goes in for the dunk.
Yeah, head first down the lane. Henderson wants to throw it down on your head.
Murray against Simons. Gordon outside. The 3. A nice shot by Watson.
Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
Simons. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
You know, I have to admire a guy like Anthony Simons. Early in his career, he was seen as undersized, but with his skill and pure athleticism, he balances the scales against bigger players, and he's become a ferocious scorer.
Stan, we know Jokic is one of the best passers this game has ever seen at any position. but his teammates will dish it as well.
Yeah, the Nuggets, by and large, are very unselfish. It's part of their culture. They only bring in guys who are willing to sacrifice for the team's sake.
Portland leading by 9. Moving along, 2 minutes gone in the fourth. Connects from downtown. Simons has got 11 points here in the second half.
The defense was just nowhere to be found, and because of that, he adds to their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy.
Murray with it. Now guarded by Simons. Here's Brown. The Nuggets with another miss. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. And it's Thibault missing. Nuggets trail by 12. Pass to Murray. Fires for 3. Portland with a rebound. Ayton's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Thibault finds Grant. Back to Thibault. The offensive rebound. He can't get that one to fall. And Denver's shooting at 45% of the game so far. The shot by Brown, no good.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
2 minutes.
Simons outside. Ayton, a screen on Murray. There's Simons with a 3. Nikola Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Avdia pulls it in.
Yeah, he might want to avoid looking over at the bench for a little bit here. A missed dunk like that is infuriating to a coach.
And that's a strong closeout defensively. Great effort to deter the shot.
Gordon with it. Avdia picks him up. Gordon, the pass to Murray. Buries it from 3.
You have to watch Murray closely at the perimeter. He won't hesitate to flex his range.
Grant wouldn't be a bad idea here to slow it down.
Yeah, the coach is definitely looking for patience and execution.
Avdia from outside gets the 3 ball to go.
Gotta love how they've just maintained their intensity, even when they're this far up.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And there's a pick, and Thibault with a drive. And he throws it down with one hand.
Leaving nothing to chance. This run shutting the door on him.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
Now here's Grant. The D's right on him. 26 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Thibault. Misses the 3. And it's Murray with the ball for Denver. 11-point game. This one easily. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd gave him a little extra edge.
Yeah, they really fed off the energy. Saw their activity level go up. Just a tremendous performance.
And that'll do it, folks. With Grant Hill.
These teams both look to impose their will on the backboard.
Kevin, that battle inside is not for the faint of heart. A little furniture moving inside, if you know what I mean. That's just part of it.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. The 4 and the 5, it's Gordon and Jokic. And it's Watson in at the small forward spot. And so the Denver Nuggets get the first points in the ballgame. It's Curry outside. It's hauled in by Gordon. Murray right side. Pass to Watson. Gordon with a screen on Green. Poked away. It's stolen by Curry. And Peyton Watson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Curry with it. Now defended by Jokic. And there it is for him.
Great work inside by Curry there. So clever and composed in the paint.
And Greg, something that is so important to this team, Jamal Murray's shot creation.
It is, Kevin. He creates so much with the ball or off of it. The work he puts in on offense frees up everything for his teammates. Great competitor who's really a perfect fit with this core.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Brown's shot is off. Golden State's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Three-pointer. The offensive rebound. Outside for Curry. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Watson, the pass to Murray. Misses the three.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
He gets it in there. Curry's got his second bucket.
I mean, he is so lethal on the drive. Once Curry knifes inside, there's little you can do to stop him.
Deep two from Murray. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
And the defense was right on him there. Nice contest.
And you look at this year's Denver team, and here we go with the coach's challenge. Surprise in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
The play will be reviewed for NBA rules. 2 minutes are allowed to review the play.
The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to meet a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1. Well, should we know that not many teams have had steady core players like the Warriors have had over the past decade.
Well, there's so much player movement these days, and it's hard to keep any roster intact, let alone a superstar team like Golden State.
And it's Murray with the jam.
And going vertical. Murray's one of those guys with that sneaky athleticism.
Curry passes to Moody. Back to Curry. Deflects the pass. And here we go. Murray heading to the hoop. And it's Murray with the jam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
Shot by Gordon, wide open. Good on the three-point shot. Gordon's got 5. Breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Nuggets.
From the very start of this game, they have been giving the ball handlers trouble, using good pressure to force turnovers and get steals.
And so far, just a great job forcing turnovers and creating opportunities in the open floor. The defense at the heart of that.
And it's Murray with the jam.
And this is Murray at his best, probing inside and finding avenues to the basket using that athleticism.
And the shot goes in.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I caught up with Coach Steve Kerr. Now the obvious concern is Nikola Jokic, particularly as a playmaker. Coach told me if Jokic goes off for 40 himself, we can still win if we hold his teammates down. But that's tough when he's hitting those guys in their favorite spots. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Out of nowhere, Gordon just soaring in there, and that athleticism carries him straight to the hoop.
It's Curry outside. There's 42 seconds left in the first quarter. Shot clock at 5. Moody with it. Now defended by Jokic. And it's Green, missing.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
And there's just so much athleticism to Gordon's game. Good luck trying to contain him inside.
Curry on the wing. He's got 11. Pass to Moody. Green, the screen. A nice shot by Moody. Moody's got 5 points so far.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified some weaknesses, and they are exploiting them.
On the floor for Denver as we get going here in the second quarter. The 4 and the 5. It's Gordon and Jokic. In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. And it's Watson in at the 3.
And they can't be happy they fouled Murray there in the ag. Jamal is lights out at the line.
Richard, we've seen how far basketball has evolved from 10 years ago to 5 years ago to now. What is it looking like when you go ahead 5 or 10 years?
I think in 5 to 10 years, we're going to see more and more centers that are just so skilled. Taller players, more Kevin Durant's. You're going to see more Wembys. You're going to see more Chet Holmgrens because they're not just putting the tall guy underneath the basket. They're giving him the ball and teaching him how to run pick and roll.
And it's Gordon finishing it off.
And we all know Gordon isn't just going to lay it up. He's going for the throwdown every time. Here, well, at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Here's Murray. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup. And while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call a foul shot or not. But sure enough, they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. And so Murray nails both of them.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
Warriors trail by 5. Outside Curry. Curry with another miss.
And he continues to cast away, but the results just haven't been there tonight.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. And another miss by Denver. And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. Here's Green. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jokic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Watson with it. Butler covering. That one good for 2. Gordon's got the lead up to 7 now for Denver.
Not one to shy away from contact. It's all part of the toughness that Gordon brings to the table.
Green, the screen. Moody, the pass to Curry. Back to Moody. And the slam by Moody.
Just an unselfish play from Curry, always ready to move the ball and his body to help an open shooter.
And many around the league believe Curry doesn't get enough fouls called in his favor. GA, what do you think?
There could be some truth to that. He gets held and grabbed more than anyone when running off screens, but especially blatant on drives to the rim. And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
And it's Murray with the jam.
And this is who Murray is, a natural scorer who looks for ways to get himself going.
Curry, wide open, bullseye! Curry with a deep 3.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Murray outside. To the inside. Gordon. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And the athleticism Gordon has poses so many problems for defenders, especially when he's looking to score from there.
He's perfect from the line this time. Here's Curry. He's got 18. Pass to Moody. And in this second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. And it's Murray with the jam.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. They kick it out to Green. Back to Curry. Inside. Outside Butler. 5 to shoot. Butler making it happen inside.
The defense has to make it tougher for Butler. Can't give him that.
Murray surveying the D. Gordon with the screen for Murray to the paint. And then Gordon with the dunk.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
His court vision has been on display in this one. He's doing a tremendous job just orchestrating the offense beautifully.
Outside for Curry. There's the screen. Goes back up. And it's Green missing.
Give the defender credit. Willing to challenge the shot. Lots of other guys just let them score there.
And when Gordon is hot, boy, he is fun to watch. And you can tell he's having fun as well.
On the wing, Green. And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there. And really a tough break for the team.
8 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Podziemski. His three-pointer's off the mark. What a performance by Jamal Murray. He has been the story for the Nuggets. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And get ready for the fans half-court shot.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. It's been one outstanding game from Jamal Murray.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
He knows that that's a strength for him. If they're going to keep fouling, he has no problem taking that.
So with Butler sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Podziemski out there with Hield. Then it's Trace Jackson-Davis. Then it's Kuminga. And it's Looney in at the center, locking down the middle. The Warriors shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
The Nuggets leading by 8. And here's Westbrook. Jordan sets the screen for Westbrook. Driving the lane.
Just good basketball IQ there by Westbrook, using the pick and roll to create an opening.
Pass to Looney. Hield from outside. Westbrook pulls it in.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
He just powered that one down. One of the game's top dunkers. Podziemski on the wing. He's covered by Westbrook. Pass to Looney. Here's Podziemski. Scoreless thus far. And he makes good on the layup.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Here's Westbrook. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Look, Westbrook does not mind contact while he's going to the bucket. In fact, he welcomes it.
Russell Westbrook, 2 shots.
He makes 1 of 2 that time. Warriors trail by 11. Podziemski's shot is good. Podziemski's got his second basket of the game. It didn't take long for Podziemski to establish himself as an elite charge taker.
The funny thing about the game of basketball is that some things can't be taught. Pods clearly has the it factor when it comes for the timing that it takes to draw charges. He can steal a few possessions for you every single game.
Shot by Podziemski, no good. And it's Porter with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. Fires for three. Drills the three-pointer.
Porter Jr.
Porter's got the lead up to 14 now for the Nuggets.
And such a sharp shooter from outside the arc. Porter just superb at knowing when to fire from deep.
Hield, attacking, and then Hield with the dunk.
Strong movement to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
And finished off by Porter.
He just jumps so fast. I mean, give Porter a chance to dunk, and he doesn't think twice about it.
Podziemski, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
They get Russell Westbrook. The Warriors shooting their fifth and sixth free throws of the game.
Podziemski.
And the second free throw, good. Denver leading by 13. Outside for Jordan. Denver passing it around. Westbrook passes to Holmes. Now here's Jordan.
2 minutes remaining in the quarter. 2 minutes.
Looney with the bucket.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, improving dialogue between players and officials is a priority. Commissioner Silver says, now with high-fidelity audio, we're all able to hear a lot of what's being said. Now we have to take into account the high-stress environment. But there has to be a two-way sense of respect. I feel it's an area where we can make progress. Kevin?
You know, the commissioner's always looking ahead and looking at every area, which is great for the game. Here's Podziemski. He's covered by Westbrook, and the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's foul number 2 for him.
Third team foul.
.110 left in the third. Shot by Podziemski, no good.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
And it's out of bounds to the Nuggets as Denver retains possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He still got a good outcome.
It's stolen by Kuminga. And here we go. Fast break. Kuminga's got it.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
And those might be the easiest points of the month for him.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. Podziemski grabs the board. Warriors trail by 11. Pass to Jackson Davis. In the corner, it's Hield. Clock at 6. Here's Looney. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. And a wide open look for Porter. Off target from three-point range. Podziemski with it. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. No good there. And so it's Denver. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Right back after. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And two teammates on the same page. Woo.
Stephen Curry.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And Denver will start the fourth quarter with. We've got DeAndre Jordan. Porter is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Drawther in at the 2.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
I mean, what can we say about Steph's jumper that hadn't already been said?
Here's Murray. Jimmy Butler comes up with the rebound. Butler's got his 5th rebound in this one. For the 3. And it's Denver with the rebound. Jokic has got his 6th rebound on the night. Gordon, the pass to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Oh, that's just too easy for Jokic. This is why defensively you've got to get him away from the basket.
Now here's Curry. Gordon with the defensive effort. Denver leading by 12. Here's Brown. Trains it from beyond the arc.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. Gotta at least show a little heart out here.
Pass to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Oh, yeah, they're doing a terrific job not giving this hostile crowd anything to cheer about.
Post. Outside for Curry. Curry with another miss.
It's really a tale of 2 quarters. Shot it so well in the last, but this one can't get anything to fall.
They get it back. Watson for 3. Launches it. Cans it from downtown. Watson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Right side Curry. Looking to end the run. Again, Curry missing.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
In a major drought, need to find some sort of momentum.
Watson's shot is off. Warriors trail by 20. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. The greatest shooter ever, Steph Curry. You played with him. What was it like seeing him day in and day out?
I had the pleasure of playing with Steph the first year he broke the NBA record for threes in a season. And when I tell you he was just scratching the surface, he was always looking to push the boundaries, to see what he can do, and to work at every aspect of his shooting.
And it's Gordon finishing it off.
And offensive rebounding really about timing and positioning there. Gordon using both to burn the D.
Here's Curry with the 3. Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Murray outside. No good from outside.
Yeah, but the defense was determined not to give him an inch of free space.
And Butler gets it to go on the assist by Curry.
If they're going to want to close the gap, they're going to need to start running more sets through him. Let your stars lead the way. Come on.
Pass to Murray. 4th quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Denver.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And you know, when you look at the... Oh, wow!
That is powerful.
And you gotta love a skilled dunker like Gordon, charging in and sailing right over the defense.
Here's Denver now. They're on a 16-7 run. Here's Brown, guarded by Curry. Lob pass to Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game, saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for Denver. 22 is their biggest lead. Pass to Brown. It's stolen by Green. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And it's Butler with the jam. Here's Denver now. 17-point game. And so it's Denver taking care of business in this. Thanks so much, David. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. And so
Pace of the game.
Well, B.A., it's because they're both adept at operating their half-court sets. They don't feel the need to push the tempo all the time.
Here's the starting group for Portland. DeAndre Ayton is out there with Abdia. Then there's Sharp. Then it's Matisse.
Yes, sir! That's what you tune in for right there. Wow. And Sharp is the kind of guy who gets up there in a hurry. That elevator, that's got some extra juice.
The three from Curry. And Ayton pulls it down.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Pass to Sharp. Driving inside. Got a piece of it. In transition. Here they come. Here's post. And that one is hammered home.
And he just punches home the one-hand finish.
Hey, 2 points the easy way. And let's talk about Draymond Green for a moment. Certainly one of the most outspoken players in the league, Brent.
Well, Draymond has never held back, whether he's talking about his opinion or the way that he sees the game, which is remarkable and a revelation to his intelligence as a defender on the floor. Draymond Green has been special on the defensive end throughout his career.
And that one's good. Sharp.
Yeah, not afraid to finish at the rim. Sharp, just relentless.
Here's Curry. Ayton with the defensive effort. For Portland, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Sharp goes in. Oh, he just jams it right over Stephen Curry.
He's shaking the hoop. He's actually shaking the whole building.
Oh, what a slam. Look here, the fans going crazy right now. Here's Ayton. And Ayton with the stuff.
Does it feel good as a big man like Ayton to throw it down? You bet it does.
Curry against Sharp. To the inside. Here's Butler. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
I just love the strong finish there inside.
Man, he's got that dunker's mindset, doesn't he? Always ready to pounce. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. And the shot no good, a bit short.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
Grant finds Sharp. Back to Grant. 6 to shoot. Here's post. Defended by Abdia. Pass to Butler.
In the first 2 minutes.
Here's post for 3. Knocks it down from distance. Post has got 5 now.
Heady plays like that are what Jimmy Butler is all about. He knows where the defense is.
Grant, the pass to Sharp. going in.
Oh, man.
Oh! Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play and a confidence they're not afraid to show.
Well, you give Curry a point-blank shot. That's just too easy.
Graham, despite the Warriors' success over the last decade, it hasn't always been this way for this franchise.
Yeah, they didn't have many winning seasons before they got Steph, Clay, and Dre. And you know, B.A., from 1978 to 2012, they made the playoffs just 6 times.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
The Blazers have a lot to learn. Coach Chauncey Billups said, I owe it to these players to coach them. The only way I know to do that is with honesty. It's always coming from a good place. Once you know that, then you take it with love. I lead with love. I don't lead with fear. Brian?
That's a Hall of Fame mentality, Allie. He's been in their shoes.
And so difficult to defend. Sharp has 3-level scoring ability, and he is prolific.
Outside Moody. 30 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Butler. Oh, rejected by Ayton. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. Just 5 on the clock. Curry, no good. Portland leading by 7. Here's Sharp on the take. And he banks in the layup. 16 points for him.
The burst. Man, Sharp can go from 0 to 100 in the blink of an eye.
Thibault with a steal. Over Moody. It's good.
Did he get it off in time?
It counts at the buzzer.
That's a feel good.
Wow. Great job ending the quarter.
And so it's Portland. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. We'll be right back with you shortly. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Portland.
You figured they might want to come out and run, and it's been the key for them early. They are just feasting on fast break chances.
Well, they really attacked off of the turnovers, so leaking out and capitalizing on fast break stuff.
They've got Stephen Curry. Draymond Green is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Moody, and it's Post in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group for Golden State as we kick off the second quarter. Pass to Green. No good there. Ooh, excellent D there from Ayton. Grant, when you look at Draymond Green's career, you think he's going to the Hall of Fame?
You know, B.A., I believe so. He's won multiple titles, and we know how impactful he has been as a defender and distributor especially. I think we'll see him in Springfield one day.
Look how Sharp bounces off the drive, going to the rim full speed.
Warriors trail by 10. Outside Curry. Pass to Butler. Back to Curry. Shoots over Thibault. Curry, no good.
Great work by the defense. That's the intensity coaches want to see. Yeah, the vertical for Sharp is there. He'll be a challenge to contest in this league for sure.
On the wing, Green, defended by Avdia. A clear look for Green. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Trailblazers lead by 12. Outside Sharp. Curry with a steal. Left side Butler. Fires the 3. The 3 dropped in by Jimmy Butler.
And look out when Jimmy Butler feels confident and comfortable from deep.
Sharp against Butler. Warriors with the rebound.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
The 3 from Curry. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got 7 rebounds in the game. Pass to Sharp. And there's the drive. Oh, he just jams it right over Stephen Curry.
Sharp is such a gifted offensive player. He keeps his foot jammed on the accelerator when he has openings like this.
Here's Curry. Oh, Curry, what a tough finish.
there's some easy offense there. Keep finding looks in that area, and their shooting percentages tonight are going to be off the charts.
Here's Sharp. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Whether you're new to the league like Sharp or a veteran, throwing it down, no better feeling.
Here's Curry. Curry at the rim. Well, Brent, there's some players who never stop talking trash on the court. Was that distracting to you?
Not really, B.A. That's kind of the fun part of the game when somebody's trying to get under your skin a little bit. If it's not just playing defense and it comes with a little chit-chat, it sometimes draws your attention and makes you focus a little bit more.
Oh, Curry stretching the limits. Wow, what a shot.
It just doesn't matter. Once Steph crosses half court, he's
something else, man. Wow.
And make it happen.
And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they played and a confidence they're not afraid to show. Back to Sharp. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two.
Sharp still trying to find some comfort and familiarity at the free throw line. Sometimes it takes some young guys longer.
And you watch Shaedon Sharp, Brent. The talent is undeniable.
Well, the athleticism really is something that jumps off the court for you. I mean, he's not just a scorer or a rebounder. I think if he uses that athleticism, he could become an elite defender in this league.
Here's Sharp. Hauled in by Curry. And so Curry will bring it up for the Warriors. Trailing by 10. Launches it. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Sharp with it. Now guarded by Curry.
And yeah, he still was moving at the point of contact.
Portland shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And he drops the first. And a fun fact here, Brent, the Trailblazers' name was actually chosen by the fans.
Oh, that's so awesome, BA, to remind fans of how it is that Portland got its name. It was an open contest, and they had, I think, over 10,000 entries. And there are a couple other names that we should throw out there. It could have been the Pioneers or the Doug Furs. I think they chose wisely.
There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Here's Sharp. There's the drive. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Well, that's the kind of pressure Sharp will put on you. He's not one that's going to sit back. He will attack.
Pass to post. The 3-ball. Tries again. And so it's Shaedon Sharp making highlights for Portland. He's been an offensive force. Thanks, Allie. After the break, we'll see you right back here to begin quarter number 3.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot from live. They're thinking about the shot.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Shaedon Sharp really making a difference here.
Yeah, he played such a smart first half, maximizing his opportunities offensively.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Checking out the group for Chauncey Billups to start the second half. We've got Klingon, Scoot Henderson out there with Anthony Simons. Then there's Robert Williams, and it's Grant in at the small forward position.
Good job with Simons not hesitating. Just opened up for a split second. He was ready to fire.
Henderson against Kuminga. Healed for 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
The drive by Simons, and he slams it in one-handed.
Finding a way through. Contact comes Simons' way, and he just avoids it.
It's Pajemski on the wing. He's covered by Simons. Now the Blazers moving it up. Jumps up.
That is what I'm talking about.
Wow. And that one is stuffed right through.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a tough PA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. Good work there as it goes.
And athleticism on display there by Henderson. Just an acrobatic move to finish the play.
Pass to Pajimski. Puts up a three. And Klingon pulls it down.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Henderson outside. And he drives in. And he goes in for the dunk.
And that's Henderson's game. Get downhill, young man. Beat the defender to the spot.
Oh, and you watch Donovan Klingon. He really benefited from that extra year in college.
Yeah, the development cycle can be a little longer for centers, BA. He cleaned up a lot offensively and took his strength and conditioning to another level.
Warriors trail by 13. Here's Hield. Uses the glass on the layup. Hield's got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, for guards who are young players in the NBA, finishing around the rim is always a focus at this level. Nice job by Hield there.
A chance here to catch up with Ali from the sideline.
Well, the slam dunk is arguably pro basketball's signature play. And forward Nicholas Batum said growing up you have so much joy in dunking. You're one of the few people in the world that can. But Father Time marches on, and like most vets, he's come to grips with the reality. He said, my body told me, no more, bro.
Well, leave that to the youngsters now, right? All right, Ali, thanks. We've got 1:55 left in the third quarter. Here's Jackson Davis. Oh, Williams with the block. Fast break, here we go. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
The guard rising up, Simons, with some thunder of his own.
Here's Pajimski. Pass to Looney. To the paint. Here's Jackson Davis. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. I'd love to see him get up like that.
But Brent, when it comes to Scoot Henderson, his mobility alone causes problems.
No doubt about his explosiveness, BA, being one of the things he uses as a weapon. So if he gets confidence in that outside shot, people start pressing up on him. You're going to see that quick first step and Scoot Henderson getting to the rim and becoming more impactful offensively.
Kamara, he's checked in for Portland. Portland leading by 13. Here's Simons. Here he goes. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a dunk, BA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. Here's Pajimski. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
It's fun for us to sit back and watch him go to work. But that's our job, not the defense's. They left him too open on that play.
What a rookie year for Brandon Pajimski. A seamless transition into the league.
They talk about a guy who could come in and contribute right away. I remember the stretch last year. He had 3 straight games with double-doubles without a turnover. And that's some heady play for a rookie. Podziemski has got a great calmness and a great demeanor about him, but always willing to make the next play.
6 on the shot clock. Hield for 3. Williams grabs the board. The Trailblazers have gotten 7 of their first 11 attempts to go in this half.
Yeah, head first down the lane. Henderson wants to throw it down on your head.
Outside Pajimski. Here's Jackson Davis. Oh, can't answer back with his own dunk. Henderson for 3. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers up 14. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. They've got Draymond Green. Stephen Curry is out there with Moses Moody. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's post in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the Warriors 5. And that one good. Sharp's got 37.
And his athleticism is big for Sharp in the post. And he can finish with either hand as well. So he'll get a lot of points down low there in his career.
Sinks the tray.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Outside Thibault, pass to Sharp. And it's good for 2. Sharp's got 39.
Just a gutsy play from Sharp as he goes inside and absorbs all the contact.
Down low. Left side Moody. Here's post. Back to Moody. The kick out. Curry. Lets it go from deep. Portland with a rebound. Hayton's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Abdia. The quick look, no good that time.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Trailblazers lead by 14. Grant with it. Now guarded by Moody. Outside Sharp. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth now. Comes up empty down low. Outside Curry from outside the arc. And the Warriors miss again.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Exceptional athleticism from Sharp, just rocketing off the floor.
Golden State has got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the fourth. Pass to post. And it's Denny Avdia with the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And here's Curry for 3. Curry splashes it in.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the three-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
And a deep 3 from Curry. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got the glass covered here tonight. That's 11 boards for him.
Oh, wow! Down. Come on now, guys. That's flat out insane.
Hey, when's the last time you saw a jam like that? Curry passes to Green. Now here's Butler. Pass to Curry. Shot clock at 5. There's the triple. That won't go either for Curry. Portland leading by 17. Sharp passes to Graham. Fires the 3. And Sharp the bucket on the assist from Graham. Sharp's got 48.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Trailblazers.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Graham.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
.102 left in the fourth quarter. Now Graham with the teardrop. Got it.
Got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
You loved it. The guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Back to Curry. There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Drills it from deep. On offense, here are the Trailblazers. 22 was their biggest lead.
Just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Three-pointer Sharp. Rebounded by Butler. Lets the 3 fly. And Ayton pulls it down. They can simply hold on to the ball here.
No question, B.A. They deserve the win.
Sharp against Curry. it's the Trailblazers winning this one easily. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that,